Welcome back to Jenna doing things, yeah. If someone wants to make an intro song and record it for me so that I can just paste it into every video, that would be great, because if I want to have to do this every day of my life, I'm gonna cry. So I hope that you guys have watched episode 1 and 2 already. If not, please go watch it. You can't watch me and not watch the Kardashians. Or actually, I guess you can, since we are recapping the episodes. And if you don't want to make them more money, just watch me. But if you do want to watch it and you don't have a link, please, Instagram family. If you're not my Instagram family, go follow me on Instagram and I will provide links for anyone who asks for it. Okay, it's the first minute of the episode, and in the last recap, I wondered what the intros would look like. And 1 minute in, it's just a recap of the previous episode, and then just a title that shows all of the characters, but seemingly there's no intro in this one. So if they were just going to do it once, it's weird. Once again, Kendall and Kylie are nowhere to be seen, and this episode once again just focuses on the 3 elder sisters. So we start off the episode where we ended it off in episode 1, beautiful continuity, starting off with Kim in her closet with Khloe and Kourtney and Chris, and we're basically just rounding up the conversation with the lawyer about the sex tape, and she's saying just once again, I have all the time, money in the world, burn them all to the fucking ground, I'm ready for them, as I'm not as ignorant as I was 20 years ago, so I won't let this happen to me again. Then we move to Kourtney and Travis, who are house hunting, and in the beginning of the season already, they are showing us how serious they are in this relationship. I definitely needed this season to see what they really are like, and seems pretty serious. I mean, this is before they even get engaged, and they're house hunting because they want to bring their families together. What's weird for me about the house hunting is that Kourtney mostly, even with her birthday posts, she's not always there with all of her kids anymore. It's always all of Travis's kids and maybe P here, maybe Rain here, maybe Mason's. I don't know how Mason's finding it, but he doesn't seem to be anyway. I mean, when they're even assigning rooms, she just talks mostly about Travis's kids. Awkward part of the scene for me was Kourtney straddling Travis in the backyard while the estate agent or a realtor is trying to show them a house. You are not there for shits and giggles. You are there for business. And it's kind of inappropriate to me. Well, very inappropriate to me. But Kourtney says that she isn't shy to be affectionate and loving with Travis because she's happy that her children get to experience and see her in such a healthy, loving, affectionate relationship, because they've never seen that before with Scott. And then we join my favorite Kardashian besties, Khloe and Malika, who are driving to Kylie's house. And it's so Kylie, the one chance you had to make an appearance on this episode, you just chose not to come out of your house. I wonder why. Everyone knew she was pregnant. Why wouldn't she want to be on camera? Anyway, maybe she really wasn't there. But they drop by her house. They stop by her chicken coop. They are talking about, what came first, the chicken and the egg. And they also discuss Kim's sex tape. And Malika just says, she doesn't need to worry about all that. Kim doesn't fail at anything. And I just love how supportive she is, not only of Khloe, but the family. And then they also discuss that Khloe is going to be going on the James Corden show soon within this episode. And she's talking about her anxiety for going on the show. She says it's not the interview itself, it's not the host, it is the backlash from social media that she usually gets afterwards. She says that, and I mean, I can agree with this, people don't love her as much as they used to. In the beginning, I think that Khloe was everyone's favorite and most relatable Kardashian, but she's so far from that now. Everything she does, everything she says, what she looks like, everything gets picked apart, and that's what's giving her anxiety for the interview that we will see later on. Move on to Kim, who's just the golden thread of the first 2 episodes, just the prep for SNL. And this is a couple of days before, and she's just getting ready, doing glam and hair, and she talks to North on the phone. Very cute to see little North, and that kind of is allowing her to at least the kids to be on the show. And she talks to Chris, and what's weird to me is that throughout this episode I can just hear the church mother Kris Jenner come out, because she's using a lot of phrases that Christians use. Like, she's obviously talking to her mom about like the stress that she's going through about like this sex tape part 2 looming over her. Chris is like, this too shall pass. Try gaat kyk na. Kanye's favorite person in the world, Tracy Romulus, is there, Kim's brands manager, and they are talking about Kanye like taking a normal economy coach flight to come to wherever they are for the show, and he's going to meet with Dave Chappelle to work on jokes, and they're all in a like message thread collaborating on her monologue, and it seems that he's just being like very supportive, and like this is what I see their relationship being. And she says she just wants a drama-free week, and it's so funny because she doesn't know what's coming. Like, there will be multiple drama-filled weeks, Kim, and you don't even know. But it's still months away from that, and he's being supportive. And Tracy says she's so surprised at how supportive he is, and that's why I know Kanye don't like her. Like, don't expect the worst of him.
Malika and Tristan have this ability that they're able to ground me. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why I'm so drawn to the both of them.
So while Khloe and Malika are driving to the James Corden show, they are talking about her anxieties again and where it comes from. And she just says like even she's even scared to like post on Instagram. And let me get closer when I say this. She says even when she barely retouches photos, people are going to say something like, bitch, you know you don't barely retouch nothing. Please. Like, why do they pretend we can see real images of them the way no editing is done? Why do they pretend not to retouch photos? We know you retouch photos. Tag your retoucher and we'll be fine. And Malika says something true though. She says, you used to tell all of us to fuck off. Why aren't you telling this people to fuck off? And maybe we would respect that more if she was just open, honest, transparent, and told us to fuck off. We'd be like, yeah, this is the Khloe we know and love. We're back with Kim on her way to SNL, and it's her, Tracy, and Steph in the car. You guys remember Steph from the previous season. Used to be her assistant, I think became COO of Skims. And then after not working with him, just is one of Kourtney's best friends. And it's actually really weird to see the three of them in the car because they look so alike. The three of them are wearing all black and all have this middle path and dark hair. Like, they want to be Kim so bad. To talk about the fact that she cannot neglect her studies during this time of working on SNL because she has her third and final chance to take the bar coming up soon, and she says she's feeling much more confident. She just needs to work on her essays, and it's funny that they mention that because not only does she pass the bar eventually, I remember her posting to her stories that one of her essays, I don't know how the bar works and what the setup is, but that one of her essays was used or is going to be used as teaching material because it was such a good essay. So she's not only got looks but brains, honey, for y'all doubters. Kim then meets Amy Schumer for lunch, who is a character that you either like love or hate. You either find her funny or you don't. Like, I think I used to find her funny, but I don't anymore. And knowing that she steals jokes just dampened my enthusiasm for her, if I could say that. But anyway, Kim meets with her to run over her jokes, and I think that it's a good session because I think whether you like her or not, Amy knows what is funny and isn't. So she cancels out a lot of jokes that I think were necessary to be cut. There were multiple jokes that were cut, reminding Chris that she's her mom and not her sister. Insinuating that Khloe allows Tristan to have side chicks or, allows the space for it to happen, which is true. What else? Just rephrase certain jokes, and they also cut the R. Kelly joke. And she said, if R. Kelly dressed more like me, he would be in a lot less trouble. Which is funny, and it's true, but it's just like unnecessary to bring up R. Kelly. One thing I noticed during this conversation with Amy and Kim, and I wonder if you guys noticed it too. Remember in my previous video, I said that the show is docuseries, not reality TV. Like, the genre is different to what Keeping Up was. And we all wondered how they would show that it's more documentary style. And in my previous video, I spoke about this term meta. It's keeping the audience constantly aware that they are watching a reality show while watching the reality show. And one example of this during this conversation with Amy is that when they talk about the sex tape and how Kim feels about it, Amy says, if there was a sex tape of me 20 years ago, now I'd be like, please release it because I definitely don't look that good now. You can see that she's not only talking to Kim. It's not like they are pretending that the cameras aren't there. It's not a slice of life like we would call it in theater. That we are just peeking in on, we are the fourth wall, peeking into people's lives who don't know that there's an audience. Amy is not only looking at Kim, but she's looking at the cameramen. So we know that she's like making this joke, like there's other people in the room. And this is what I think gives that docu-series, like more documentary style feel to the show. And then we get to the scene that provides us with the title of this episode. Episode 2 is called Did Anyone Tape That? And I wondered, where would this come from? What does this mean? And it's such a powerful little piece. I'm not like a big James Corden fan. But like I said, Khloe is going to be on the show and she's anxious, and Chris and James are in the dressing room and she's telling him how nervous he is. And he gives her like the most powerful, like motivational talk. And I'm just going to play it for you guys in the background.
I always get, it's just anxiousness.
It's just everybody's.
I know.
But all you have to remember is none of these things are about you. Anybody that's like, it's only a representation and a reflection of them.
I know.
That's it. That's it.
You're so right.
It's nothing to do with you. What somebody thinks of you is none of your business.
I'm just gonna start crying.
And how can anyone judge anyone and they don't know them?
Yeah.
So you become something else in their mind, and at various points people just go blah. But it doesn't matter. These words only exist if I give them any power.
Right.
They only exist to me if I allow them to penetrate my core.
Right. You're right.
Look, you're drinking champagne at 4 p.m. on
Yeah.
Monday, and you're at work.
Yeah.
You've won.
We've won.
Right. I'll see you down there.
That was
So good.
great.
Then we switch to a conversation between Kourtney and Chris, having a vulnerable conversation about her IVF journey. She says it's been horrible. It's been unsuccessful. It's put her into menopause. She's depressed, and it's also opened up the space for unwarranted comments from people about her weight gain and also like guessing if she's pregnant. Even me, when I saw the trailer in January, I saw that she is going through her IVF journey. So by the time that the Grammys happened, I thought that it was successful. But I mean, this was shot a year ago, and Chris can relate to her. She says, I think just before Kylie, she had a miscarriage and she had also gone through her own IVF journey. And she can relate so much to what Kourtney's going through. Okay, after a filler episode where they basically just, Khloe and Chris reflect on appearing on James Corden, they pick out rags. We start to see Kim's behind the scenes journey on hosting SNL. And one thing that really stands out to me is how much Kourtney has changed. Like, I'm kind of sad about this. Like, I love that she's found the love of her life and is happy. But she declines coming to SNL, calls Kim, and she says it's her stepson's birthday and she doesn't want to miss it, and she doesn't want to go if Scott's going to be there. She's not going to decline to spend a weekend with Scott. And I just feel like old Kourtney would have said, fuck all of that, and I'm going to support my family. I am a theatre kid, so I love seeing the behind the scenes of SNL, and I'm a big SNL fan, but I did not expect to be crying, doing the ugly cry on Kim's behalf. Her, Mario, and Tracy are sitting in the green room just talking about how far she's coming. Let me just play it for you guys.
Isn't this like a pinch yourself moment though, just remembering how far you've come? I mean, there was a moment where you literally could not even get a fashion show invite.
It's either flip-flops or Uggs with a juicy
Star
sweatsuit
Style
or a dress
2007
and heels.
interview.
And remember when your dream was like, I want to be in the cover of Cosmo, and your publicist was like, dream realistically.
Yeah,
And now you're hosting Saturday Night Live?
yeah. No, that's like so crazy.
During the part when I looked on the screen and you were like, I'm Kim Kardashian West, I'm hosting Saturday, but I just literally started bawling.
I shed a little tear. I was emotional. Like, that got to me. But if you aren't like me, who's been watching right from the beginning, a fan of the show, loves Kim, like, you probably won't get it, but love her or hate her, you cannot deny that she has exceeded every single expectation that anyone has ever set for her. People have shit on this woman, like, since the sex tape. And she has just risen above that every single time. And y'all love and y'all hate to fucking see it, okay? Which is why I'm glad that she's doing the things. Even with the show, everyone doubted her. Like she said, she's the underdog. No one thought that she was worthy of this SNL spot, and she did so good. Chris and Khloe are on their way to SNL, and they are actually the only two family members that appear on the show while Kim is hosting that night. And on their drive there, Chris actually asked Khloe to hang up the phone and through the driver to get out of the car, seal all the doors so that she can tell her something. And Travis is on the phone, and this is where he announces to Khloe that he's going to propose. And that's where it ends pretty much. We see the what we can expect for the next episode, and we finally get into the night that Kim is hosting SNL, and I think we see the engagement. So I'm excited for the next episode. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys want to continue doing these recaps on a Friday evening. I don't want to wait too long to recap, but I do want to give you enough time to watch the episode so that you can at least join the conversation in the comments. So let me know, guys, which day was Friday night okay, or should we do like Sunday morning episode? Let me know what you guys prefer, because I really want you guys to engage with my content, not only watch me. Don't forget to join the conversation in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. See you next time. Bye.